One of the things I feel that us humans struggle to do is to trust in the flow of life, to trust in greater, more powerful force other than ourselves to be able to steer us through life. And yes, we do have incredible capabilities of the things that we can do to help with certain situations, certain things we can do, but there's only so much control that we have, and to think we do have that much control just really gives us a sort of false sense of security. And then when difficult things happen, it's almost like you're completely thrown, anxiety gets raised, etc. So one thing I always like to come back to if I've been overwhelmed, if things have thrown me, is to help come back into the body, come back into the breath, come back into the heart space, and just surrender and allow the current to take me. So this meditation is a river journey, which helps you get that feeling of sense of just letting go slightly, not completely, which can be very fearful. We'll have a boat to support us on that river journey, so it's just something that can keep us afloat, but just that sensation of free flowing, even being in the boat and then coming out into the ocean. So if you would like to take part in the meditation, just create some space, create the nice environment for it, whether that's with candles, incense. Get yourself comfy, lying down or sitting, nice cushions and pillows. And when you're ready, just begin to be aware of your senses. So the sounds that you can hear, anything you can smell, what you can feel or touch. And then just gently beginning to close your eyes, or you can keep them open if that feels more comfortable. But just take your attention to the breath. So we're just dropping now into the body, into the feeling of the breath within the body. So start by taking some nice deep breaths into the tummy area. Really feeling that tummy expand with the breath as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, really feeling that tummy deflate. And we just want to get into that feeling sense. The mind is always working, thinking, organising, planning. We want to just drop into the feeling and sensing. So taking some nice deep breaths, seeing how that feels to connect to the breath, just being curious about it. We can be so disconnected from our own breath. How does it feel to reconnect with it? And as you breathe out, just feel that letting go and release of tension in the body. Just help the body to soften by dropping the shoulders. And just transitioning into holding on so tightly and tense to just releasing gently with the breath. Allowing the breath now to just rise up from the tummy into the chest and into the heart space. Just resting here for a moment. It might help to place a hand there on the heart, on the chest, and just feel that warmth and contact and support from the hand. Just continue breathing here for a moment. And then just tuning into those water sounds. And beginning to visualize standing by the side of a river. It's just gentle flowing. And you notice a boat that's moored and waiting for you to step onto. And this is your boat. This is the boat that's going to safely carry you to the ocean. I'm just stepping into the boat now. I'm just going to untether the rope that's keeping you anchored. And the boat does have its own engine so that you can have an element of control over the boat. I'm just going to start that up now and just beginning to drift away from the banks of the river. I'm just going to gently just chug along in the boat with the flow of the river. And just spend a moment to feel into that sensation of flowing with the current, the direction that the river is flowing. Maybe notice where in your life that you feel that you're fighting against that current a lot of the time. Seeing if you can just let go of that now, just really surrender to the flow of where that wants to take you, rather than all the forcing that we tend to do. So you're just going to be allowed to be carried, to be held. And just going downstream and noticing all the scenery around you. You've got all the time in the world just to notice things that maybe you wouldn't normally have time to notice. So the trees or the flowers, the plants, and the animals or birds. You're connecting to all the elements around you. Continuing to just travel downstream. And you notice now that the river is starting to widen up. Becoming more expansive. As the river becomes more expansive, your breathing becomes more expansive. Really sensing into this feeling of just letting go now, of holding on so tightly. How does that feel, just to let go of everything that you're holding so tightly onto, trusting in the source of the river? Knowing that everything in nature around you isn't being controlled, isn't trying to control, it's all working perfectly. Heading into now the estuary, and you can see the ocean ahead. Beginning now just to enter the mouth of that into the ocean. still have full control over the boat. You notice a little cove just further up that you're going to direct that boat into. And just looking around at the horizon, the vast ocean, a sense of freedom that the water feels as it enters the ocean. No longer restricted. As you enter the cove, you notice there's a campfire going just on the sandy beach. And you're just going to tether your boat up now and just step out of the boat and sit somewhere on the sand by the campfire. Just feel the warmth from the flames. Listen to the sound of the crackling wood. Just a moment just to connect to that element of fire. Just want to sit here for a moment and just take in the scenery of the ocean in front of you, the waves. Just feeling this real sense of support, sense of feelings of trust and safety and protection. Sense of all will be okay. No, it's time to head back now, just as the sun's beginning to set. So we're just going to gently now just begin to let any images fade. Just gently coming back into the room where you are. Connecting to the breath again, just being with the breath a moment. Taking some nice deep clearing breaths and beginning to have a move around, stretching out. And then when you're ready, just opening your eyes.